Hi, I'm with my mum, and we're talking about my inquiry project. So, I was looking at one of the biggest problems we're facing as a human race, which is the climate crisis. And what's happening is that humans are really destroying this world. We're polluting the air and the water, and we're destroying natural habitats and forcing animals into extinction. And one of the biggest causes of this is actually a part of the food industry. Can you guess what part?
Meat?
Exactly, it is meat. The meat industry is actually really damaging to this world because it has a huge requirement for land. It covers actually 83% of all agricultural land, and this agricultural land is still encroaching on natural wildlife. And then it also requires exorbitant amounts of water and produces a huge amount of greenhouse gases. And so I really needed to find a solution to this. And I was thinking about I ended up researching about two main ideas here, but my focus was stem cells and being able to kind of create meat to support our eating habits without creating the rest of the cow and all the problems that come with it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, right, ideally, yeah. And actually, my main idea was not just to whether or not it was possible, whether or not it was sustainable. And so, in the end, I found out that, yeah, it is definitely possible to use stem cells, which are a kind of cell in the human body and in animals that can turn into other cells. And these special ones that are called pluripotent stem cells can become any kind of cell. So using those and what we call induced pluripotent stem cells, which are regular cells that we have used four factors given through viruses to push back into their pluripotent state. We use those to make large cultures of animal cells, which we can then say, hey, I need you to be muscle tissue and stuff like that to create meat.
Steak?
Like a steak, exactly. And then we print it with a 3D printer.
Gross.
It's really the exact same thing, just without, all the bones and the organs and everything like that. So, yes, it is possible, and environmentally it is sustainable.
Can we do that?
Unfortunately, financially it's not so sustainable. So, on the scale that the meat industry is at right now, we simply don't have the technology to go global with this kind of technology, right? So it's not it's sustainable in some ways, but not in others. So we can't quite get to it today. But it's something to look forward to the future. So then I was thinking, I need something for now. I need something that we can really change because we need change.
Is there something
fast.
we can actually do?
We can actually change our diets. That's going to have a huge impact. So going to plant-based diets would really solve a lot of the issues that the meat industry is messing up this world with. If everybody went vegan, which is cutting out all animal products, there's a study that showed that by 2050 we could reduce 70% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the entire food industry, which is substantial. And so yeah, and it's sustainable and actually attainable today, and that's what's important.
No. Like everyone says, oh, you can't just eat vegetables, you gotta have protein. What about those people?
But the fact is that you don't need meat for protein. There's so many sources of protein in plant-based foods. It's just having a variety. That's the issue. You can cover all of your essential amino acids that you need in plant-based foods. There's people all over the world that have gone vegan. They've been doing it for centuries. It's completely health-wise probably better than your meat diets, and it is sustainable for human health and more sustainable for the world.
We could do that tomorrow.
Do that today.
We do that today.
And that's what I learned in my project. Thank you very much.